Hi everyone, Gabby here. I just got home from work and I wanted to hop on here and answer a few questions about seniors working part-time jobs or side hustles or whatever you want to call it. So I had a question from one of my subscribers about being snowed in, and now how does that work with my job? So working in a restaurant, there's a lot of other people that can pick up shifts if you're out sick. The snow situation was a little bit different. Lots of people couldn't get to work, not just me. So I did have a little backup that I had asked would be on standby for me, and he said he would, so he worked for me. Some of the other things, though, about working part time when as a senior, it's a lot more challenging than it used to be, guys. I mean, you used to just walk into a place, fill out a little application, talk to the manager, and there you go. Boom, you get an interview on the spot pretty much, and you get the job or you don't. Nowadays, everything is done online. You have to go online, you wait for an interview or for them to call you. Everything is done through direct deposit. They also have these little cards that they deposit like tips, or if you get a tip out. Everything is totally different than when we were younger, or at least when I was younger in my age group. Everything's online and you have to be savvy to that. They don't make any exceptions for anybody. Now they will help you get signed in, logged in. My biggest problem has always been I just don't have any more room on my phone for apps, and you have to keep downloading new apps, and if they switch companies. So it can be just a nightmare for me because I'm just not really great at that. But I mean, I'm learning, and the girls at work will help me if I need help. A restaurant job is really fun, and it's not a lot of responsibility as far as being there. When I was younger, I worked in doctor's offices, and I remember one time when we had those back-to-back storms, and I had to get my mom and dad came and picked my daughter up. She was 11 at the time, and picked her up and took her to their house, which is like 45 minutes away. Of course, in a snowstorm, it's going to be a lot more than that. And I had to go to work every day in that doctor's office, and I didn't see my daughter for 10 days. And we didn't have, all this video stuff and Skyping and everything back then. I could only just talk to her on the phone. So that really broke my heart. And then after that is when I decided that I didn't want to work in offices anymore, because there's usually only two or three ladies that will work in an office with you. And when you want off for vacation, or you need a day off just to attend a function for your child, or to a doctor's visit yourself, it was always so hard to get a day off. And then when you did get the day off, or you had to call out sick because you had a sick kid, or you yourself were sick, I just felt so guilty. And I certainly didn't like that feeling. It was just a constant anxiety of that. That if you're a senior and you're looking for a part-time job, to consider doing a restaurant job if you're able. I mean, it is harder work. I usually work 5 or 6 hours a day. It's on your legs, 80-90% of the day, while maybe you're sitting down rolling silverware, or wiping down your menus or something. Maybe you could sit down during that period of time. But it is hard work, and there's days when you come home and you've walked 15,000 steps. So if you're able to do it, it is a lot of fun, and you really don't have to worry as much about losing your job or getting in trouble for not coming in for a day if you're sick or whatever. Now, the other big thing about that is, whenever, I never saw this happen before when I was younger, you just called your manager, told him you were sick or you couldn't make it in, you have car trouble, whatever. Nowadays, you don't call your manager. You have to find someone to take your shift, because there's an app, and you go on the app, and everybody like under host would be in there, and then you can text them. Their phone numbers are in there if they choose it to be. They're not always, everybody doesn't release their phone number. thing I've never seen before. Now, last resort, you would call your manager and tell your manager that you can't find anybody to work and you can't come in or whatever, but that they expect you to post your shift, and maybe somebody will pick it up, what they call a pickup. And then if they don't, then you're stuck doing the shift. Usually, if you do ask off at least 2 weeks in advance, you can get the day off very easily. They'll just schedule somebody else. Now, if it's under the 2 week period, the schedule's already probably out for that day, and then you can't get the day off unless you get someone to cover your shift. Sometimes you can switch shifts with somebody if you're willing to work night and they could work a day for you. So anyways, I hope that helps out a little bit with some of you who might be considering getting a part-time job and some of the new stuff that you have to do nowadays. If you have any other ideas or questions for me about things that I could maybe answer, I'd really love to. This is Gabby. I'll be back again later, and I hope you will be too. Bye.